Alrighty. Looks like this YouTube studio is saying we're ready to go. Okay, here we are. Hey, Jiggy, good to see you. Yeah, these are some of my favorite streams. I love these where we just hang out, talk about whatever you guys want. You guys always come up with such good stuff. Hi, Jill. Hi, Haroon. Hey, Saya. Oh, and boy, I'll tell you guys. Hi, Doc. I want so badly to turn the vast majority of content outside of the Goosh into live streams. YouTube, uh, YouTube just comes up with more and more ways to just piss you off for stupid shit. And the best way I have of dancing around all that is with live streams. Just having lunch with the family? Oh, okay, very cool. Hope you guys enjoy your lunch. Hi, Jeff. Says thank you for existing, Curtis. Well, that's thanks for saying that. I say that every morning when I actually manage to wake up. Let's see, my daughters and sons for Father's Day. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Gingerbread Sam, I'm back. Let's go. Michael, Saturday stream with a road trip. I would like to do road trip streams. We may do them coming up soon. But I'll tell you what. Right now, guys, I'm waiting to post videos for today. Now, I uploaded over at Grandpa Curtis channel. I gotta remember what it says here exactly. At the Grandpa Curtis channel, I uploaded a reaction to Addict the One's Try Not to Laugh. Oh, okay, it just took it down. Well, it didn't take the video down. I went to post it, and it said further verification needed. Now, this is a new thing I'm seeing from YouTube. It goes through an initial check to see if it can be monetized, all that stuff. And then randomly now YouTube will now the bot will tell YouTube that it wants a human check of certain videos. And then I read up on it and YouTube saying, well, it would be better if you can post your videos well ahead of time, so the system. So if you happen, this wasn't, but if you happen to be posting anything that's timely, they're basically saying, go fuck yourself. It's just, it's such drudgery. Wow, you got notifications the last 3 days, Brother E. That's actually pretty good. So Jill, no WW3 in the title. Why, Sajil? Well, I mean, obviously with what's going on. I was going to say what's going on in the Middle East. When is there ever not something going on in the Middle East? But specifically with Israel and Iran. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. Because Israel's going to respond again. They had a couple of those missiles get through the Iron Dome, and they're not going to take that. It ain't done yet. That's for damn sure. Rosa says Middle East is nice and peaceful. Yeah. Yeah, again, saying unrest in the Middle East is just kind of redundant. I realize. But, the other thing YouTube is doing now, and this is actually a good thing. I'm getting a lot of comments from people at this channel saying that they just found again just before the stream. The last comment I responded to was somebody saying, "Wow, it's good to see that Spaz Boys is still making videos." Blah blah blah. So for some reason, YouTube has been actually sending out notifications or at least recommendations to a lot of subscribers that they haven't sent to in literal years, according to the people coming back here. And I've also noted, and it's going to sound like this is a bad thing, it is not, our subscriber count is dipping dramatically. And the reason that's not a bad thing is we've been around, in 2 weeks, it'll be 14 years. We've got tons of dead accounts as subscribers, and that's what hurts the reach of our videos. So if YouTube's going through and finding all those dead accounts and culling them, subscriber counts aren't important to me anyway. What's important to me is that whoever is here is having a good time. So I don't give a shit what it knocks my subscriber count down to, as long as it'll start tightening up the community a little bit. It looks that way, Rosa. It looks like they're cleaning up dead accounts. Because again, I know we've got subscribers coming in, because I can, on the food reviews, on the snack reviews, between the reviews themselves and the shorts I've been posting about them. So I know we have new subscribers coming in because you can see the numbers, but the overall daily totals are dropping dramatically. And again, the only explanation there would be that YouTube's going through and culling dead accounts. Excuse me. And that's also backed up by the fact that so many people are saying to me that, hey, you know, it's so good to come interact with you again, see your videos again. I hadn't been notified in ages, and now here I am. Jiggy says, going to resub to Gusher 100 when I get home. All right, very cool. Glad to have you, Jiggy. Oh, yeah, Jill. She says those who subscribed before then a long time ago doesn't exist anymore, probably.
When will the Attic the 169 come out, and please set up a P.O. box so we can send you snacks to try on a live stream?
I might at some point. Let's see how the, we're still in the early stages of the snack reviews. Let's see how they go first. If it does well and it's something that we're going to stay with, definitely we'll, I'll set up a P.O. box if you guys want to send stuff. What I was starting to say, Jill, in my subscriber list, I did this a while ago. You can set it by date people subscribed. And so just for shits and giggles, I went back and looked. And of course, the earliest ones are from this time of year or a little later in 2011. And just clicking on those accounts, so vast majority of them, 14 years old. They're either entirely dead at the very least, or there hasn't been activity on them in years. So, you know, people aren't monitoring, even if they were getting notifications, they're not monitoring those accounts anymore. And back then, they didn't send you out notifications other than right on YouTube. Oh, it absolutely will help the channel, Chrome. You're right, 100% right. That's why I say I'm all for it. Hell, knock out 100,000 if you got it. I don't care about subscriber count. I want to have our community. And I'd like to be able to have our videos go out to the people that do want to be here. And knocking off dead accounts should help to facilitate all of that. Christopher says, until today, I never played a Vanilla Ice song in my vehicle. That's interesting. How long has Vanilla Ice been around for? Yeah, you finally got around to it today. It's like, yeah, you know what I'm thinking? White Rapper Day. I did see the person who murdered the reps in Minnesota. Yeah, I saw that there were no Kings flyers in the person's car. Brother, he says, Israel, I was just trying to watch TV today, just regular stuff. Next thing I noticed, every other commercial is Israel propaganda about the war with Iran. I had to switch to on demand to stop the commercial. Is it really? Typically, if I watch TV anymore, or when I watch TV anymore, it's usually live streams on YouTube, Disney live streams on YouTube, or sports, or like when Brax comes over, we have a couple of series on YouTube we're watching, or a streaming service. I rarely, again, unless it's for sports, I'm rarely on regular network channels or what are colloquially called cable channels, although they're not really cable anymore. Yeah, Rosa, a lot of us, I think, don't watch much. Pretty much, if you're advertising on network TV, you're advertising to probably people even older than me for the most part. Well, no, my generation, because I know them personally, a lot of them are still in those old ways. We just go on and you click the TV and you get the news at 6 o'clock. And by 6 p.m., if that's their news for the day and something happened at 9 a.m., all you had to do is go online. You could have had all those details hours ago. You didn't have to wait for the 6 o'clock news. Modern TV is gay and cringe, Rosa says. Gingerbread Sam says, I was about to go to sleep until I saw this message pop up about the live stream. It's like 3 a.m. for you? Holy crap, dude. I appreciate you being with us, but I'd be dead by then. It's just, well, you guys have seen me at 3 a.m. We've done a couple 24-hour streams. It's not pretty. That's like saying that this is. Like there's a big difference. And Crimes for Kibble says, I unashamedly blast that shit at max volume, Vanilla Ice. That's good. Jill says, I can be awake at 3 a.m. too. Back in the day, well, you guys got to remember, though, I get up at 5 a.m. So if I'm still up at 3 a.m., it's going to be a really short sleep because I get up 5 a.m. every day. Every day. So what do you guys think about yeah, like, and now I'm going to... It's not like I rely on you guys for everything or anything. I was about to ask you guys, how can I change my schedule so I can do all the YouTube content as live streams, except for the food reviews? So now I'm asking you guys to actually come over to the house and set up a schedule for me. Maybe, see what you can do in my little studio room here and just set shit up. Just a couple hundred of you. The food reviews, I like doing as videos, Chrome. We could do them on stream too, but I like doing the food reviews on video. But certainly reaction videos are better on stream. Excuse me. Let me ask you guys this. How many of you guys, because this will give me an idea which way to go to.
Tangia TTS is unusually quiet today. I'm scared shit now.
I didn't even notice that till you said that, Peter. But you're right. It is very quiet today. That's interesting. I'm just glad you posted something, because otherwise at some point I would have gone, oh, I probably turned it off because I'm not smart. How many of you guys are subscribed to Grandpa Curtis Reacts as well? If you let me know in the chat. And then I'll tell you what I was thinking there. Do I like astronomy? Astronomy is, I was thinking astrology when you said it. Astronomy, yes. I don't know much about it, but I love looking through a telescope and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Jeff is, brother he is, Sajil is, Sir Blank. So probably a decent number of you, right? Because if I were able to figure it out, you didn't know it existed, Chris. That's my fault. I don't do a good enough job of telling everybody around it. Oh, King of Ices is here. He's in with us. Rose is in with us. The question was, how many of you guys are subscribed to Grandpa Curtis Reacts? Oh, the new Train Your Dragon is good? Oh, Hamels. I kind of see that one. Rosa, Chrome. Okay. The reason I say that is the reaction videos would be the best ones to move to stream. But I'm trying to think of a time, because my schedule's so weird. I'll give you guys a brief rundown, because I'm always telling you I get up early and stuff, and I don't know how many. It'd be easy for people to go, oh, he's making it up. Nobody makes videos that many hours a day. So I get up a little after 5, and I come up and I do our 3. We have a daily 3 videos over at the Goosh that post every day except Sundays. I do those 3 videos, and then I have to get them done by a certain time, because then I go down, make sure, and get the dog outside, make sure she doesn't pee in the house. And on a lot of the days, depending on if my wife's working or right now she's in New York, then I need to be down by then to take care of Nene, my stepdaughter. For any of you who don't know, she's disabled. Get her morning meds, get her changed and everything. And then I grab a quick breakfast and I come back up. Now, when I come back up to record some more, I will do typically 1 or 2 G100s for the Goosh, and then I'll record videos for both YouTube channels. Then by then it's lunchtime. I'll go down, have a little lunch, again check on Nay, change her again, make sure she's clean, fresh, and I just, because I did this just before I came up here, and then obviously she's not ambulatory, so she's in her bed or in her chair all day. So then I just turn her on her side in her bed, because if you leave somebody on their back all the time, she's going to get bed sores and stuff. Because she's active, she can move around, but she can't turn herself. So then I come back up and we typically stream. And then after that, for the rest of the day, I either make videos ahead for the last month and a half. I make the videos ahead that I'm going to need while I'm gone. And if if not that, I'm doing stuff around the house. Then that's when I find the time to mow the lawn, go to the store, do all the typical daily needs. While I'm getting ready to go, I usually don't get done till about 7 at night. No, Braxton's fiance has their own house. It's just a little under an hour from here, Kobe. And so, what I was leading to is I got to find a place in there where I could stream the reaction videos for Grandpa Curtis. Because, again, the good thing, too, about the snack reviews, they're easy edits, so they don't take long at all. And I do like making those as videos. But I was also hoping to be able to do more of these vids, these and the Ask Me Anything videos where we just hang out and talk, along with keeping up with the same schedule on the gaming. So that's why I got to figure out into the schedule how to do all that. Rosa said, my friend has started doing YouTube about a year ago. And he says it's like a drug addiction, but more rewarding. Thoughts on this? Yeah, I mean, but for me, I think YouTube was such a natural progression for me because I've been in entertainment my whole adult life. And it was just such a cool thing, to go from doing stand-up.
Empire Jeff asked me. Nick Chubb pens emotional goodbye to Browns fans. City of Cleveland. Cleveland, you didn't just embrace me. You became family. Chubb wrote on Instagram.
Nick Chubb was a hell of a running back.
I came here to play football, but I'm leaving with so much more. Cleveland,
this is so dramatic.
7 years. That's more than just time.
Like this.
It's where I grew roots, found a home, and felt a love like nowhere else. In a galaxy not so far away, where the gridiron was once graced by the stoic might of Nick Chubb, an emotional farewell echoes through the force. The city of Cleveland, a battleground where he carved his legacy, now bids adieu to a hero who was more than just a player.
Having
7 years of touchdowns and triumphs, now culminating
having
in heartfelt
Nick
echoes.
Chubb
Just as the Republic loses a
today.
Courageous Jedi,
via Star Wars.
Cleveland loses one of its champions. But fear not, his impact will forever be felt across the stars of Ohio.
It's a long one. Nick Chubb was really good. I mean, he's getting older now, but he was a really good running back. The font is so slow, it is. Sajil says, I'm so excited that Better Call Saul won the last poll. I even prefer it to Breaking Bad. Yeah, I'm already a couple episodes in because, again, I'm way ahead getting stuff done because Saturday, a week from today, we leave for Disney. So I'm several days ahead on videos. Sir Blank says, a lot of YouTubers don't have an issue changing from them. Before YouTube, like some used to record on tape recorders. I'm not sure what you mean, pal. So we start nap time with Curtis. It might be, Chrome. It might be. Well, see, the problem would be if I were to... I'm trying to think where I could fit in, instead of posting daily videos to Grandpa Curtis, where I could fit in streams for it. Like today, it was, Addict the Ones. Try not to laugh. I could just do that in the stream. And the reason I say that is you get a lot less grief from YouTube when you stream something than if you post it as a video. And the thing is, if I stream it, everybody that can be there will get to see it. It'll take YouTube a while to find out if it's going to have any issue with it, and a lot of people will see it anyway. Sajil says, it starts with, the start absolutely had me scratching my head. I just figured, it took me to, I just started episode 3 and it finally started figuring stuff out. Gingerbread Sam says, why you wake up so early? Because like I just laid out for you in the schedule, if I get up later, I'm going to be working later. I'll be working on videos later. And, excuse me. That's when I need to get up to make everything fit in. Because you have to remember, too, just, like everybody else, there's a lot of days in there, and that's what I don't mention, where we have things to do. You have appointments. I might have appointments, doctor's appointment, this appointment, that appointment. Renee might have appointments. So there's a lot of days where I have to interrupt the schedule anyway, and then I got to figure out where all that's going to get moved to. Trust me, I wouldn't be getting up at 5 o'clock every day if I didn't need to be able to get everything done that I want to. So funny you bring that up, Kobe. He says you should play Call of Duty again. That's the first videos you uploaded. I just watched For the Goose today. Any of you over there might have seen it. One of our sponsored vids was the Russian Badger, and he was playing Call of Duty, and it really got me charged up for that again. I love playing old Call of Duty, not the crap they're making now. Oh, notifications. 100%. I disagree on notifications reaching on videos reaching more than the live streams. Couldn't disagree more. Live streams here especially, it's not just about notifications. The live streams get recommended. The videos generally get dropped. They will send them out to a few subscribers. If they don't get a huge response, they go and they cut them off. Live streams, not the case. Live streams, they will keep recommending. And once they go to VOD, your chances of getting a recommendation on that VOD are just as good as they were of getting a recommendation on a video. So you're actually hitting it twice. Are they? Chrome says, you have Game Pass, and I think the old CODs are free on Game Pass. Really? But see, yeah, and you said at the end, someone has to be playing. That would be the thing. Can you find people to play with? Because I don't want to play the missions. I want to play online. Yeah, if you can find people to play with, I'll have to look into it. I would love to do that again. Have I ever streamed on that other channel, though? I've streamed, no, not on Grandpa Curtis, but I've streamed on Spaz Boys Gaming. I've streamed on another channel I had in the past. And I think it's because YouTube is, and always has been, trying to push live streaming so much, they tend to recommend your streams. Because YouTube now, they don't, Twitch destroys them in number of streamers going daily. And YouTube doesn't like that. So they're much more willing to give you a push with a stream than they are with a video. Adam says, will you get the Switch 2? Probably not anytime soon. Because I am going to play GTA 6. I can't wait for GTA 6 to come out. And to play it without having to wait an extra year, I'm going to have to get a console. So it's going to be PS5. So once I with having to invest in PS5, I'm not going to invest also in Switch 2. COD lobbies, oh no, yeah, Sir Blank. They were always a nightmare. They were funny though. American Are Smart says, the new Call of Duty is ridiculous. They literally insert pop musicians in a literal war zone, whereas the old Call of Duty was taken very seriously. Modern Warfare 2 was great. Oh, MW2 was amazing. I couldn't agree more. That's why I've never been, for me, each of us has their own frustrations with gaming and game franchises. But I have never been more annoyed and frustrated with a gaming franchise than Call of Duty for just the reasons you're describing. I started getting pissed right when they started doing the space shit and the double jump and all that. As you said, that's what was fun about Call of Duty. It was just good old reality-based warfare. And for some reason they decided, despite being the most popular game on the planet at the time, they decided that they needed to shake things up. Morons. MW2 might be on it already. MW2 I might even have on Steam. I'd have to look. Brother, he says that's a fair point. You know what, stream when you have a bunch of videos lined up to record. I remember you did that a few times years ago, and that was good. You recorded, then talked to chat after it. Right. That's what I would do. That type, brothery, because I would get if I do reaction video streams, we'll put the reaction videos near the front of the video of the stream, so people coming for the VOD can find it, and then we'll just chat a little bit at the end of them. And the good thing is, too, if we're doing it on 2 different channels, like say we wanted to do that today, we could do this stream, I could end this stream, and then just start the stream on the other channel, and it wouldn't affect notifications because it's 2 different channels. Chrome says, hold off on the PS5 for now. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to buy it right away. Unless I saw a really good deal on it. And I doubt that's coming. Yeah, I'm not looking to buy it right now. I've got until next May to buy it. Crimes for Kibble says, I've never played a Call of Duty. It's not my thing. And the whole community around is toxic. Oh, they're very toxic and unpleasant. That was part, but see, to me, that was part of the fun of it. It made me laugh. And if, I don't even know, I didn't look. That video I posted today, again, at the Goosh that was sponsored from Russian Badger, I didn't see when he came out with that one. Because the lobby they were in was still as toxic as ever. But I'm not sure how old that video was. I'd have to look it up. It was funny. It was the same old shit. Everybody talking shit in the COD lobby. Hey, Tosspot. There he is. Come on. Hi, Joker. That's hot. Glad you're in, Big Green. Sirwine says the more toxic than COD lobbies are political chats. Yeah, you're probably right. Political chats probably get even more worked up than COD. COD lobbies are a bunch of squeakers using the words that mommy doesn't allow them to say normally, for the most part. Spice Kid's doing great, Steven. Jill says, my PS5 still works, despite how many scratches it has from my stupid asshole cat. Himmel says, just got Tangia. Prepare for the ultimate moist jump scare soon. And I'll tell you, that's another thing, too. You guys talking about Tangia. I'll tell you something else I really like about the streams. I'm unbelievably fortunate that I get to do this every day for a living. I love making videos. I love the interactions. I love the community. And I'm very fortunate with that. And the simple fact is, it's you guys that allow me to do it directly. It's not YouTube revenue. My YouTube revenue, if I was trying to live off YouTube revenue, I'd been back to driving a truck a long time ago. It's you guys that support everything we do. Over at the Goosh, obviously, with the memberships there, the G100s there. Here with people with Super Chats, Tangia. And that's so much more satisfying to me. I love the fact that it's because you guys like being around and like doing whatever it is we're doing that I get to do this every day. And that's another advantage to it too. Because YouTube really, I mean, other than if they delete the channel and don't let me start another, their day-to-day bullshit can't even get to me that much. Because that's not what supports me being able to do this. You guys do directly. And not a goddamn thing they can do about that. I'm sure it doesn't make them happy that, like when we do these streams, you guys put things in through Tangia rather than Super Chats. I'm sure that's not something that makes them happy, but fuck them. What can they do about it? As the stream ends. As the stream dies. You going on a 5-mile run, Sam? If I would do that, I wouldn't be back until tomorrow, if I came back at all. Well, thanks, Hamels. I appreciate that. Jill says, I'm still thinking about sponsoring something from a G100. Are you? All right. Works for me. Brother E's got a bunch of sponsorships coming up. I'm trying to think of my schedule. It'll be this coming week. He's got 4 of them coming. They should all be this week, unless something goes wrong with my schedule. They should all be this week before I go to Disney. I haven't seen Peaky Blinders, the guy. That's the British series, right? Because I've heard of it. I think it was British. Excuse me. That's actually a good question, Steven. Steven says, what's on the menu today, Curtis? Any plans for dinner? Well, my wife's not here. You guys know I cannot cook. So, will I be willing to fork over the money? It drives me nuts getting DoorDash because you pay so much in fees. You know, you got fees, you got a tip, and I think anybody that's out there grinding doing DoorDash is putting in the grind, and I won't order it unless I can afford to tip really decent. So I have to decide if I eat here, it's either going to be a frozen pizza or I'm going to nuke some hot dogs. That's the extent of my cooking ability. So do I want them, or am I willing to grit my teeth and spend the money on DoorDash?
So, Kinder chocolate bars aren't elite, huh?
Well, that one wasn't. I'm interested, Big Green. I want to see now.
This person doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
That's fair. But it's not over because I've got a excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. What's the other Kinder bar, guys? What's the name of it? Kinder. Big surprise one out of my memory. Bueno, thank you, brothery. Kinder Bueno coming up, and somebody brought up in the comments of either the video or one of the shorts, brought up a really good point, and I think he was right. The chocolate, as I said in the video, was very good.
I don't give a fuck that you have Buenos. You're still wrong.
But he made a... What's that? Glizzy twirl? That's actually pretty badass. Look at that hot dog being twirled. And I like... it was, because I said hot dogs. Such an idiot. Shit, now... what I was starting to say is, he had a good point. I think a lot of the disappointment with that Kinder bar was it's kind of their fault with the packaging, because they talk about that creamy, milky center, and it wasn't a creamy, milky center. It was just, it tasted like more chocolate. Now, don't get me wrong, the chocolate was fine. It was good. But there was a disappointment there because that was not a creamy, milky center. And I was really looking forward to that. Now, had it just been a straight up Kinder milk chocolate with none of that advertised, it wouldn't have had that disappointment factor. I still don't like it better than Hershey's, but it's very good chocolate. But I think that hurt that one a lot. Hot dogs. Yeah. Takeout time. Everybody's saying takeout. Yeah. And older Heisenberg, pretty much.
Without the filling, it would only be half as good, though.
You think so? I didn't really get a lot of flavor from that filling, Big Green.
Hi there.
And I was trying
I'm
to.
Hank Hill, star of the hit anime King of the Hill. We are coming back. It reminds me of the time I kicked that dang old Goku's ass with the power of my Stan Propane Nightmare. I tell you what, let's talk about that dang old anime. My anime is going to beat Sonic X, The Room, Recess, and that dang old Donkey Kong Country anime. Later.
Hank Hill in here talking shit.
I literally love Kinder Bueno so much. I could eat them forever, but I wish they weren't individually wrapped. I mean, Twix managed just fine.
I was surprised when they were, the ones I got were individually wrapped. Now, Bueno, I'm going to try that. I've got one downstairs. Oh, speaking of which, I'll post today's video. I'm curious. This is a good question for you guys, too. I reviewed a specialty Oreo flavor today. Can any of you guys guess what that... Don't Google. Don't use Google. Can any of you guys guess what that specialty flavor was? Because I had never heard of it. So I'm going to be interested to see if any of you mention the flavor. And again, don't cheat and look it up. Don't search, Oreo flavors or something. My favorite Hershey product is the milk chocolate. I love Hershey milk chocolate. Look fun. Just the milk chocolate bars are one of my favorite things ever. Strawberry cake. No, and Rosa said, I'm looking it up right now. Rosa, God damn it. All right. Well, shortly you'll see it because I'm posting the video. Don't cheat there either. Mocha tea. Okay. Oh, look fun, knew it. Okay, so some people... The Selena Gomez one. Barbecue. Oh, there's barbecue flavor? Ooh. No, it's the Selena Gomez one. Oh, here, I just made the video just a little bit ago. These. I don't want to give away the review. I was surprised. Very odd, Chrome. Pickle flavor, Nick says. Please no more pickle. Yeah, Selena Gomez flavored Oreo, or Selena Gomez flavored Oreos. They taste like Selena Gomez. Oh, okay.
Speaking of the packaging, actually, limited, I've never seen Kinder chocolate bars packaged like that.
Oh, really?
Yes, they are individually wrapped in plastic, but the actual packaging that holds all of them is cardboard. Here.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, because ours was, well, you saw, was just the regular plastic wrapper. And again, I think that's what really hurt it on the review is it just, I was expecting one of those candy cream centers, and that wasn't it at all. A good example would be like inside of a, what the hell are they called? The eggs you get at Easter there. Cadbury cream egg. I thought it was going to be a cream like that. I have seen Scream. I saw the first one, Hamels, many, many years ago. I liked it. Did it taste like Gomez-y? I wish I had a point of reference to tell you for sure, Jill. I'm not sure what Selena tastes like. No, Mystic Pickle, Nick. Not magic. It's Mystic. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, Mystic Pickle, did it hurt when I threw your ass against the wall?
The mystical pickle swirls. Indicator fermented, yes.
This thing hasn't been wrong very much. Indicator fermented, yes. Rose would love to eat Selena's kitty cat. Nice pickle. Only Gomez I think about is the one buried next to Hank Schrader in the desert. Oh, that was rough. Oh, Gomi. Sir Blank says, have you ever had a s'more with a peanut butter cup instead of chocolate? No, but that sounds like a good idea.
Looks like I need to see what the hubbub about Hershey's is about. I see they sell them online. Might have to try that.
I wonder, that would be interesting to see, Big Green. Now, I know a lot of these companies have different recipes, though, depending on which country they sell it in. I wonder if the Hershey's you would get there will be the same thing we have here. And it would be crazy to even try to internationally ship something to any of you guys because you know it would be a melted mess by the time it got there. I imagine her in private grooming herself like a cat. Crime says. Robert Banks says, did you know Goldie Roger and the One Piece is based on Olivier Levasseur? He supposedly tossed a cryptogram at his execution that's never been deciphered and might lead to his treasure. It's on. Really? No, I had no idea about that. That's kind of cool. All right, you guys, let's get together and go look for that shit. We'll all be rich. Girl Scouts Pop-Tarts? Oh, what are they, like the cookie flavors look fun? No, I didn't know about that. That's something we could try for a review. Ooh, Thin Mints Pop-Tarts? No. That could be bad. Chrome says, now, if you want to respect the UK, try Earn Brew and Tablet. It's some of the most Scottish snacks you can have. Earn Brew and Tablet? I don't know if I've heard of them. Hold on, let me look. God damn it, Curtis learned to type. That ain't it. Yeah, so Earn Brew. Brew.
Great. Now you're making me wonder if the Kinder chocolate bars you have over there are worse or something. Because Kinder chocolate bars are godlike. They just melt in your mouth.
It could definitely be a different recipe, Big Green. I know they do that with a lot of foods. I'd have to find those. Chrome, I'm not sure. I would have to locate those. Steven says, hey, Curtis, have you seen the trailer for the new Alien Earth series? No, I haven't.
I still can't take my eyes off of that pickle cotton candy in the background, besides your beautiful bald head.
Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, that stuff. Right there for any of you who didn't notice it. Oh. Like I say, the flavor of it initially wasn't good, but it wasn't horrific. The aftertaste was horrific. The aftertaste was just so bad. My favorite film of all time? Ooh. That's tough. There's a lot of them that are, that I really love. I've seen so many movies that have one that's above all the others would be tough. Of course, I always love Field of Dreams. I can watch that over and over. The movie I've seen the most times in my life is probably Step Brothers, just because that you guys know I can laugh at the same thing over and over, and anytime I see that, even if I'm flicking channels on the TV or something and it's on USA or wherever, I'm watching it again. But I don't know what would be my favorite of all time. So many of them that were so good. Excuse me. I'll tell you, the Harry Potter movies are up there now that you guys got me watching them, or had me watch them. Lord of the Rings, definitely my favorite trilogy, by far. The Toy Story movies. Brady says, "What's up, Curtis? I love the apple pie video. I couldn't stop laughing when you burned the shit out of yourself." Yeah, I had.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. The 20-meter pacer test will begin in 30 seconds. Line up at the start. The running speed starts slowly but gets faster each minute. A sing lap every time you hear the sound. Remember to run in a straight line. Run as long as possible.
What the hell? What am I getting myself into here? I don't want to run. Hey, Dave, good to see you. Danger Dave says, oh my God, I've been gone for ages. How is everyone? Actually, now let's find out if we're just talking about something earlier, Dave. Did you get this stream either recommended to you or get a notification for it after not having gotten recommendations or notifications for a while? The only reason I ask is there's a lot of that going on at the channel right now. We're trying to figure out what's going on. Dick Coxon says, I think Tsunami is right. Curtis' favorite moment is movie is Debbie Does Dallas. Nah, that wouldn't be one of my classics. Debbie Does Dallas is okay. I think it's overhyped a little. You got a notification, Philip? Good. Good to know they go out once in a while. Dave said, I was on your channel and saw you were live. No notification. Oh, okay. So just go. Okay, I appreciate it. We're just talking about that because...
Run as long as possible? Let's see how much time you got, buddy.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Yeah. We were just playing in Sonic's wheelhouse there. I forgot what I was going to look up now. I can't remember. I was just about to look something up and I lost it. Not surprised. Look Fun says coconut caramel and Thin Mint, both frosted Girl Scout Pop-Tarts. Coconut caramel is good too, but Thin Mints are legendary. Wow. Thomas says, I get notified, just am usually at work when it's streamed. I gotcha. Oh, what I was starting to say is, yeah, I've just noticed, I mean, it's been a lot of people coming to me in comments or private messages and stuff saying, good to see everything's still going with the channel. Hadn't seen you in ages. YouTube just sent me a notification. It's like, all of a sudden, way too many of them to just be a coincidence. Brother Sergeant says, I've watched the Studio Ghibli films, the Most Like Princess Mononoke and Castle in the Sky, and Nausicaa Valley of the Wind. I've got to catch up on the Ghibli films. They're so good, and I've only seen a couple. Snickers ice cream bars are great. Serve blank. I haven't had one of those in years. When I lived in New York, the convenience store that was right around the corner from my house, we're always down there, pick up this, pick up that. And a lot of times while I was picking up this or picking up that, I would also pick up one of those Snickers ice cream bars. Dave says, I was watching some of your YouTube gamer poop reactions. Those are a blast. The Twix ones I haven't had. I've seen them, but I haven't had. I like Twix too, but I haven't had one of the Twix ice cream bars. Yeah, I've had Jolly Ranchers gummies. They're really good, Doom. It was a while ago, but I'm a big fan of gummies anyway. We got coming up in a snack review, we got the Shakalicious gummies coming up. But yeah, I like them. I'm a big fan of gummies. Steven says pancakes versus French toast versus waffles. Pancakes. I like all of it, but pancakes are one of my favorite things. I don't get to watch UFC as much as I used to, American. I do enjoy. I like any fighting art. I just don't have. Again, I don't see a lot of TV, and I wouldn't even be able to give you a favorite fighter currently.
And the second time you failed to complete a lap. Sorry, your test is over, fat ass. You should have cut down on the Wendy's and slept instead of overnight masturbating.
Hey, wait.
Penis Prager was right about this society. Just run okay, and if you succeed, you can flex on to the cheerleaders like you're special. You're a very special football jock.
That was good. Oh, but that's something else I was going to tell you guys too. As far as streams, as I said, right now, with getting ready to go to Disney, in the evenings I'm making extra videos to post to the Goosh and here at the channels. When we get back and I don't have that, I could take that time on a lot of the days and do another stream if you guys wanted. Either a reaction video stream over at Grandpa Curtis, or maybe we could, if we do a stream like this during the day, we could do gaming then, or vice versa. Probably do gaming at the regular time because you guys
I did get notified normally.
Crew are used to it.
I just happened to be partaking in interactive entertainment at that particular moment on this lovely Saturday.
Gotcha. I gotcha, Sonic. Oh, Beaches says recently got out of the hospital. Didn't realize quitting alcohol cold turkey was dangerous. It can be. I hope everything's going okay for you now. Jill says, by the way, Curtis, how long are you staying in Disney? And are we skipping the streams that week? Yeah, I probably won't be able to stream while we're there. I'll just be there a week. We're going down on the 21st, and I come back on the 27th, late on the 27th, so I'll be back to regular schedule on the 28th. I'll have videos made ahead, if not for every day while I'm gone, most of the days while I'm gone. Confucius say, never trust the fart when you have the squirts. Dave says, which park are you going to? Disney World event? Disney World. I've been to Disney World, but it's been years, yeah. Oh, my wife and I are, and especially my wife, are just Disney World fanatics. And it's just, now, you know, that we live in North Carolina, it's a drive. So when you can find, because we monitor it all the time, when we find the really good deals on rooms, then we get to go, because that's what we did this time. We're staying on site at Disney and got the room for $120 a night, which is just absolute dirt cheap by Disney standards. Rosa says, I will be in Disney on the 27th. Oh, that's the day I leave. I'll be heading back. Stalking you, following you wherever you go, but you won't know since you don't know my face. Oh, I'll have a sense for it, Rosa. It's kind of a Spaz Boys Zen thing. No, zen's the wrong word. It's something. Pooh says, "Hi, Curtis. I'm your biggest fan from Poland. Keep up your great videos. Thanks. I appreciate that." Yeah, it is a really good price. That's why we're going. That's what we do now is we just kind of monitor when we can get a really good deal. And I was a little disappointed they had, because we're also pass holders. And that's the same reason, to save money. Because if you go with any regularity at all, the ticket prices have gotten so high that they pay for the passes like that. But they're having what they call pass holder days right now. And in the past...
You're the best. I'm going to fuck you and suck you and worship the ground you walk on.
Boy, he's still dead in oblivion. We got to get him back.
Folks, I just had the most luxurious Oreo cookies, Selena Gomez's cookies, okay? Very soft, very classy. Better than Sleepy Joe's economy. I dipped them in milk.
That was good.
American milk, not Canadian. Tariffs on boring snacks 100%. Even Sonic the Hedgehog said, "Wow, Mr. Trump, that's fast and delicious."
Fast and delicious. That was good. Believe it. Trump's putting a tariff on non-fast snacks. Joe says, "Just print your profile pic and tape it to your face and Curtis will recognize you." It's amazing how, again, with my porous memory, I've said this before, how you guys' names and the PFPs stick with me. And especially because the PFPs in the chat are so small, but typically I notice when you guys change them. So that's how, one of the many ways I know that this whole community is really important to me, because anything that sticks with my memory has delicious. To be being prioritized.
What does fast mean in this context anyway?
Yeah, I'm wondering too, Hal. Sonic's got to think about it. Hold on. I don't, like I say, with it being a trip for just my wife and I, I'm not sure how much recording I'll do. But what I want to do is, if the review videos do well, and again, we're just still starting out with them, we got to see how they do. If they do well, my goal is to travel to a lot of different places and do reviews. Excuse me. There's a casino not too far from here, but it's got a whole food court that is just Gordon Ramsay restaurants, Gordon Ramsay foods. So I would go there, just spend the night at the casino and try all the different Gordon Ramsay places. Definitely would go to Disney and try all the restaurants I could. You'd have to make several trips to Disney before you covered everything. But that's the hope for those. If they do well, I'll expand out beyond snacks and review all kinds of stuff. Oh, that'd be fun too.
It was quick and tasty.
You just said the same thing using different words.
I like when Hal calls Sonic out, keeps him in line. Quasar said, where is it, Quasar? Good idea. Cinema Snob review state fairs. That would. State fairs are that good junk food. What I need to do, and I will then, guys, I'll review some of the food from, because I told you about this local chain we have, well, not local to the south, chain we have called Cookout. And you made me think of it because it's Quasar, because it's very similar to fair food, but it's so good. It's just pure junk food, but man, is it delicious. Rosa says, going to Disney for the restaurants is the most Curtis thing ever. To be fair, though, Rosa, a lot of people go to Disney for the restaurants. The food at Disney is, I got to give them that. The food at Disney is excellent. They're very proud of their food. Even when you go to, all the resorts will have a quick service restaurant. Even the food in those quick service restaurants are really good. I mean, they don't cut corners. It's all really well-made stuff with quality ingredients. Jill says, Curtis, let us know which Japanese snack you'll be getting from Epcot. You can even message me privately if you want. I'm going to get a ton of them, Jill. We'll do a bunch of them from there.
Curtis.
Oh, I want to get bagfuls. That'll be fun.
Sounds like a rival kingdom. Giant rodents, enchanted castles,
giant
endless
rodents.
queues.
Yep.
Frankly, it sounds like Kvatch with better branding. But if the princesses rise up, do let the Legion know.
It sounds like Kvatch with better branding. That's a great line.
You're telling me now that you're scared to tell me the truth. I'm not scared to tell you the truth. Okay. I'm nervous.
There he is.
Right now.
See that perfect timing, Ices. That I would love to do that because I don't even remember all they were. I went there some time ago, but there's a Gordon Ramsay pizza place and the baked goods are there. There's breakfast foods there, but it's all Gordon Ramsay stuff. I thought that'd be fun to try stuff. Chrome says, if you can, I'd recommend trying Gordon Ramsay's fish and chips place at Icon Park. Their chips were great. Card only, though, if I remember. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, see, I would love to do that stuff. Steven says, fried dough. My wife loves fried dough. Mac and cheese bites. No,
Disney higher-ups are like the Mythic Dawn, sure.
Good point, Sonic. Good point. I could do a turkey leg review, Danger Dave. I'm a breast man, so the turkey legs aren't as big a deal to me as they are. I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong, but they're not as big a deal. I haven't had one since I think maybe the first time I went to Disney, which would have been 20 years ago. It's fucking raw, Phil. I love that. The Dragon Ball movies. No, I don't believe we have any of the Dragon Ball movies, Justin. Pretty much every time we go to Florida, we stay near Icon Park. Really? See, I got to get to all those.
Okay, so you're a breast man, but he was asking about turkey.
But the legs are the dark meat, and I like that white meat. But again, I did have one before. I could certainly do a review on it. It's been 20 years, and I remember it being good. It's just that that particular type of meat is not my favorite. Brother, he says, Curtis, make sure you check if any of the days you go to specific parks they have some after hours event. Always check. I think Epcot is typically every Monday for after hours. Yeah, we check all that stuff, Brother E. We're going to the after hours party at Hollywood Studios on the 25th. The Epcot after hours is not worth the extra ticket to me. We've done it, and there's not enough there to be worth it. The Magic Kingdom one is amazing. They're not having any while we're there. They're not having any for the summer at Magic, but we are going to the Hollywood Studios one. Phil says you like that white meat. Wow, racist. Most overrated Disney food? See, Shelby, in fairness, that would just be a personal preference thing. But they're famous for their churros, and I thought the churros they're good, but I don't think they're worth being famous for. Excuse me. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Look fun is if the food reviews do well, if the snack reviews keep doing well, and start to pick up a little, I will make plans to go out on location and do food reviews, and that would include Disney. Oh, really? Justin says you'll be about 2 hours south of me when you come, buddy. Yeah, so we'll be going right by you because obviously we're coming from the north. Steven says, you know what foods are shaped like dicks? The best kind. For me, yes and no. Phallic foods, Steven. As far as phallic foods, I like hot dogs. Not a big fan of cucumbers or pickles. So, it's give and take. How often do we take pictures with the mascots? My wife really enjoys that. She takes a lot. this time we're going to be doing a lot more, Jill, because my wife, her goddaughter's daughter is really close with my wife. They're actually pen pals. It's so cute. She's only like 3rd or 4th grade now. Since we moved here, they've been pen pals. Little sweetie, her name is Charlie. And my wife and her exchange letters and everything. And Charlie wants to go to Disney real bad. So she's got a Disney fund she keeps that she puts her money in. And she puts all her money in there. Her mom says any money she gets goes right into her Disney fund because she's bound determined she's going. So, yeah, nobody up there watches these videos because it's a surprise.
Don't say give and take when talking about phallic food.
Ooh. That's pretty solid, Hal. Shut up, Sonic. That's pretty solid advice, actually. So this time we're doing something special. And again, nobody up there, that would ruin it for her, watches the streams. We bought a tan canvas backpack, a nice one, for school. And some fabric markers, Sharpies. We're going to go to as many characters as we can and have them sign the backpack, and then my wife's going to give it to Charlie for school season next year, so she could have something really unique. It's not something that Disney mass produced and stamped a bunch of autographs on. She's going to have actual autographs from all the characters. So we'll be seeing a lot of the characters this trip. Favorite game I played for the channel so far? GTA 5. And that's not to diminish any of the others because I've liked most all the games we played, and I love Oblivion. But GTA 5 is just nuts. I don't drink beer, Steven. I don't drink beer. I don't drink any alcohol. Never had a taste for alcohol. And alcohol is something I shouldn't mix with. I have a volatile enough personality. I don't need alcohol to push things along. Oh, well, yeah, not all. I can't even say I actually hated Danganronpa Chrome. It was just annoying. Like I say, they have to keep having all those conversations about who did it when it was obvious who did it from the moment it happened. It was just annoying the shit out of me. Yeah, Jill is absolutely the one that decided that. Oh no, wrong hand. Pickle cotton candy would be a good idea. I'm glad we did it though. That was fun. I'll tell you something about our Disney trips now when it's just my wife and I. We go, and I hesitate to talk about stuff like this because I don't know. It's kind of weird. It sounds. I don't ever want it to sound like. I don't know how to describe it. We're trying to do something magnanimous for attention or something like that. But the fact is, what her and I love a lot about Disney is seeing the happiness of the families there and everything. And you see so many moments that you just can't see anywhere else just because of the feel and the atmosphere there. So we have a few things with it just being the two of us that we like to do. One of them is when we get there, my wife, Brax collects Disney pins. My grandson's an avid collector. My wife's got a bunch. So pin collecting is a big thing in Disney. When we get there, we put a pin board on our door. It's cloth. It hangs on the door, and you can put pins through it. And people will do that there. And what it is other people staying at your resort will come by. If they're pin collectors, you look through the pins. If you see one you like, you take the one you like and just put one of your pins back. It's pin trading. So it just keeps pins moving. But what I like to do is we'll go in during the day and we'll buy some coveted pins and put them on there. Because it's so cool when you hear out at your door some kid freaking out because of the pin they just found on the pin thing. One of the other things we like to do is because my stepdaughter, Renee, of course, her disabilities are such that Disney wouldn't be a good place for her because she has startle seizures. And in some place it's going to have loud, immediate noises and stuff, it would be tough for her. And it always makes us feel bad because we all love Disney. She loves music, and we know that she would love a lot of the interactions there, but it just can't do it. So I will always try and have enough money ahead that I'll buy a few $50 Disney gift cards. And when we see a disabled child there, we'll give them gift cards.
Some
so
tricks
they can just get something.
Rare character meets at Disney, if you didn't know. Rare characters appear during certain hours for trainings.
Yep.
At HS, it's around 2 to 3 p.m. by the front entrance.
Yep, we know all these.
At
we don't
Epcot,
miss any
it's around
of that
1
stuff,
p.m. by U.S. Pavilion.
Yeah.
And recently, the hotels list the times when characters appear.
And the hotels, them being in the hotels, are relatively new. Yeah, we don't miss anything like that, pal. We've got all of them down. And then we do the gift cards, and I lost my train of thought. Oh my gosh, right out of my head. Oh, and then I order a bunch of these little plastic jewels. And when we're in Magic Kingdom, I'll keep an eye out on Mickey's PhilharMagic. It's a 3D experience, and in it, the Little Mermaid has a section, and she sings her song about all the things she collects at the ocean, and she throws all the baubles towards the screen, this 3D effect, so it looks like all these little jewels are coming right at you. Well, I keep some in my pocket or in my backpack, and if I see people going in, adults going in with a little girl, I'll give them one of the jewels and tell them when she throws those baubles, just reach out, palm the thing, reach out and pretend like you caught it and give it to the little girl. They go absolutely nuts. That's a lot of what we love doing at Disney now, is that type of stuff. Let's see. Hotels are like for poor people pretending to be rich? I'm not sure what you mean, Rosa. Oh, yeah, they're very good with disabled people there, Shelby. Again, we would love to take Renee. It's just again, it would scare her too much. Through no fault of anybody. She obviously she doesn't have vision. So everything is auditory, and so she can't enjoy things like the fireworks, and any loud noises near her could send her into seizure. Look Fun says, yeah, the gift card thing is always fun. It's always cool. Yeah, we enjoy that, Brother E. That's one of my favorite things about going anymore. I don't have little ones anymore. My kids are grown. My grandkids are teenagers. I don't have little ones. So when we can do things like that, it just... And, of course, we do the gift cards kind of in honor of Renee because she can't go and enjoy it. Meatballs versus sausage. Yes. I love Italian sausage. I love meatballs. And which is better all depends on who made each of them. Mark says, what does Renee suffer from? Apologies if I misspelled. Don't worry about spelling this.
Yo, science is tight. You think I can't cook? I was cooking better meth than half these clowns before I even knew how to spell methylamine. You either break bad or you get broke, man. Ain't no in between in this game.
One of the great characters of all time. Bitch. If you don't end it with bitch, it ain't him. Mark was asked about Nene. She when she was little, she was only it was before my wife and I were together. She was only a couple weeks old. She got sick. It was spinal meningitis, and they didn't catch it right away. And so by the time they transferred her hospitals and they diagnosed what it was and they took action to stop it, she had been left with cerebral palsy. So she's blind. She sits in a wheelchair, but she is, and I've said this over and over, she's the happiest person you'll ever meet. I've often said, because we always have staff in our house, it's part of her Social Security, part of her benefits package that they help to pay for staff. And we've always had that. Otherwise, my wife and I wouldn't have even been able to work because she needs constant care. And I've always said the easiest job you could ever have in the world was in our house as Renee's staff, because she's the most easygoing, likable kid you'd ever meet. All she wants to do is hang out in her bed, listen to her music. If you chat with her, read to her, anything like that, she'll smile, laugh, giggle. Rarely ever, the only time you ever see her in anything of a bad mood is if she's in pain. And she's somebody that her ability to withstand pain is mind-boggling to me. As someone who apparently has a very high tolerance for pain, I can't even imagine. You know, she's been through things like when she had to have a steel rod implanted into her spine because sitting in a wheelchair, the spine starts to curve and it has to be corrected. So years ago, she had to have a steel rod put into her spine. And when you think about, she has use of one hand, the other one is very random. So a lot of times if she were in an uncomfortable position in her bed or something, she can't really adjust herself. She can't always scratch any place it would itch. So I can't even imagine what she deals with every day, and yet she does it all with a big grin. And I've always had a connection to her. For whatever reason, we connected right from the get-go. I can make her laugh almost any time for anything. Like now with my wife gone for a few days, I'm the one taking care of her. And she immediately laughs as soon as I come in and take care of her because she thinks that's funny. And I swear, and it's every time, as soon as it's my turn to take care of her, she does everything gross she can think of. My wife left Thursday. I took her to the airport Thursday at about 12:30. By 6 o'clock that night, she had taken the biggest poop you'd ever want to see and laugh her ass off while I have to change it. Typically, when I take care of her, that's when she'll decide to start her period. She has issues with constipation, but she won't when I'm there. There'll be plenty of it, and I'll go into her room. And the funny thing is, you know, she's this sweet little thing. Well, she's 38 years old now, but she's tiny, obviously, for her size. And she's this sweet little thing, and she thinks that she likes the sound of fighting. She likes the sound of yelling. She's always been aggressive in her personality. She thinks it's hilarious when you swear. So I'll walk into her room, and you can tell she pooped. I'll say, "Oh, Nay, what the fuck did you just make?" And she goes hysterical. Thinks it's funnier than hell. She's a pisser. She's the best. She's the absolute best. Well, when she had the rod put in, I think I've told you guys this. It's always been, like I say, she likes roughhousing. So since she was
talking about?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Woo! What's that with the knee?
You mentioned pins earlier.
Yeah.
Bethesda is selling an adoring fan pin badge at their official merch
no
site.
Way.
It has a drawing of his face on it with the words, "Golly, you're the best." They're finally releasing Elder Scrolls merch from something other than Skyrim or Elder Scrolls Online. Who gives a fuck about Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah. That's good shit. I didn't know that. See, I'm not a pin collector.
How do you
my
feel?
wife and my grandson. I love that show. That one jumped the shark pretty hard, though. Excuse me. I don't like either, Stephen. Cream of broccoli, cream of mushroom, don't like either. Cream of anything, and I don't like it. Jordan says, you didn't sue the doctors. My wife's not the type to sue. If they had been neglectful, that might have been a different story. They did the best they could, and they just didn't catch it. It's not what she had for symptoms, and especially at that time, you know, you're talking almost 40 years ago, what they had at their disposal at that time, the doctors went to the things that were the most likely candidates. And this was backed up by a number of second opinions and third opinions. And we're not going to sue somebody for doing the best that they could. Steven's very, very into food reviews today. Grilled cheese sandwich. Whatever comes next is going to be it. It's got American cheese on it. I ain't eating it. Yeah, it would. Now Jordan, it would have been different if there would have been if it would have been something where the doctor screwed up and left her with cerebral palsy. That's different. But they genuinely did the best they could, and they just didn't find it in time. Now, I almost went to prison over something. Could have gone to prison over something with Brax. He had, I think I've told you guys that though, when he was young, they found he kept having pain in his knee. Well, they couldn't find anything. So we took him again. He was getting bad. He was playing in a biddy ball basketball league. Long story short, there was a doctor in Amsterdam, New York, who was set to do the operation on him to fix it. He said it was a slipped joint or something like that, and he was going to put screws in his knee to hold it in place. What do I know? Okay, it's like somebody solved it. We're on our way home from that appointment. His surgery was to be the next day. We get a call from the doctor's office. The person reading, the radiologist reading the x-ray, caught something this doctor, this bone specialist, entirely missed. It wasn't what he diagnosed at all. There was a little tumor there. The joint wasn't even slipped like the doctor said. So in other words, they were about to do a major surgery, a life-altering surgery, puts pins in his knee for nothing. It wasn't the issue. The doctor apparently just decided he was going to find something. So once they found this tumor, even this surgeon recommended us to this other medical group down in Albany, New York. We get down there. The doctor who saw him is a legit genius. It's not a term to be thrown. I mean, he's a recognized genius. He was an assistant to a guy who created a brand new means of eradicating these tumors. They're benign tumors. You just got to get them out of there. He took care of it in an outpatient situation. Put the thing in. He said, you should go play, Braxton should go play the lottery. He said, because usually you had to put this thing in that basically eradicates it, burns it out. He said, I usually have to take 2-3 tries. You put it in, you see where it is as relation to the tumor, then you try again, and it's, hit and miss. He said, first time, right in the middle, took it out. He had a Band-Aid on his knee and left. And when we asked this genius doctor, well, the other doctor had said, this joint was slipped or whatever the terminology was. I had it at the time. And he was very careful the whole time. He didn't want to badmouth another doctor. But that was the one time I saw him grimace a little. Like he gritted his teeth and goes, yeah, I don't know what that's about. He goes, and then he composed himself. Had they done an unnecessary operation on my son, a lawsuit would have been the least of that guy's worries. I can tell you that. I'd probably be back out of jail by now, but that would have been the least of his concerns. King Lacey said that I'd only been to Disney one time. It was New Year's week with my high school.
That bone specialist is a bonehead.
Oh, it's true. And you know what the worst part about it was, guys? You guys know, it's on this arm. I despise the University of Southern California, USC. I can't do this. USC. That's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish mascot choking out the USC mascot. I should have known when we went to that first specialist, he had a USC diploma on his wall. I should have known right then to get the fuck out of there and not let him anywhere near my kid. Oh, I would have been beside myself, Dave. We just got lucky, and I went. That radiologist saved him. And I went down. I wrote letters to the hospital and told them the whole story. And I wrote a letter to the newspaper using that doctor's name and telling them the whole story, because the gratitude that we have to him will never end, never ebb. If it weren't for him, he would have had that unnecessary surgery. He still would have had the knee pain, and who knows how long it would have taken us to figure out what it actually was. And by then, you've already damaged the knee joint and everything with those screws. So it changed his life. and it would have cost a small fortune. Well, Chrome, I'm very fortunate. Like I say, that's why sometimes it's the healthcare system in America definitely needs work. It's not all terrible though. There's a lot of people who are very happy with their insurance. I'm one of them. The whole operation, the trip to the emergency room cost me $35 when we first went in. And the operation, everything involved in the operation ended up costing me a total of $100. So it wasn't even an expense. It was just what it would have done to Brax. It does, Jordan. He says, makes you wonder how some doctors get certified. Because here's the thing. The problem with it was he decided to find something. If he didn't know what it was, he could have just said, geez, I don't know. And I would have been fine with that. It's like, the kid's got pain in his knee and I just can't find it. That would have been fine because then we could have moved on to find somebody else. But he decided he was going to figure it out. And he just made something up because we know now from the radiologist and from the other bone doctor that slip joint or whatever it was wasn't there. It wasn't on the x-ray. And I still think...
He wanted that cold, hard cash.
That's... even talking about it still infuriates me. Fucking asshole. He was bound determined he was going to know what it was, even though he didn't know shit. Yeah, and like I said, Jordan, it would be okay to miss it. He didn't miss it. He just made something up. Because it wasn't there. It wasn't on the x-ray. We have that verified. He gets paid. Oh, yeah. He gets paid. You're right, Chrome. Yeah, it wouldn't have affected us, but yeah, he would have gotten paid either way. You're right. You're right. Yes. Yeah, and you guys could be right. I mean, I can't prove that on him, of course, but yeah, it could have been a money thing 100%. But if it had gone through and eventually the truth came out, and then I later found out that whatever he said about that joint being slipped or whatever was never the case, we would have had a problem. There would have been a big problem. Dave says, gosh, shitty doctors are the reason I avoid going to the hospital to begin with. Yeah, I mean, especially when I was wrestling and you're always getting mangled up, you definitely see in emergency rooms and stuff, especially the different levels of doctors you can encounter. Now, Braxton's general practitioner, who was also my general practitioner, guy, I loved him. He was a great doctor in New York. He was wrecked by the whole thing. And this genius doctor that did Braxton's surgery said, listen, he said, hold on, I'll tell you the story. Because these I got to read. I can't understand Chewie that well. What's the meaning of life? An essential... Sentient begins. The meaning of life, my dear Inquisitor, is a multi-faced enigma, as elusive as the perfect Wookiee spellcaster name. Some might argue it's the pursuit of happiness, or the accumulation of wisdom, while others might contend it involves leaving a sizable impact on the cosmos. But in truth, life's purpose is as subjective as the adoration for Elder Scrolls merchandise. It's all about what you make of it. So shoot for the stars or the nearest cantina. Christmas special flashbacks, yeah.
What do you mean you can't understand Chewie? You can't speak Wookiee?
My Wookiees, I'm not fluent. I would have caught. I think I probably would have caught the gist of what he was saying, but I don't want to misquote him. He's a Wookiee. He'll pull my fucking arms off. So. I don't want to misquote him. Steven says, I need to eat. I always need to eat. Austin says, what would you do if you were locked in a room with Evie and Simeon and they touched you inappropriately? Touch them right back inappropriately. I can play that game. It's hair discrimination. Right, Chrome? Right. He ain't one of the team. All that hair. Have Zaxby's on the regular, Mark. Love Zaxby's. We never had it until we moved down here. But yes, Zaxby's is good. Oh, that skips back. So what am I going to do for dinner, you guys? Do I make hot dogs? Do I make a frozen pizza? Or do I suck it up and pay for DoorDash? I hate sucking it up and paying for DoorDash. And I swear I'm not a miser. It's just certain things are just like, man, that's a lot of extra money. What I was looking for, I can tell you guys what the options are at my DoorDash here. Sure, if I can find the app. DoorDash is a scam, but see, I can't leave the house right now, Dave, so they kind of got me. If I want to eat out, what am I going to do? You know, I can't leave Nene here, and I'm not going to make Nene get up, get in her chair and all that stuff just for me to go out and get food when I can eat something here. Oh, trust me, if I have an option, I will drag my ass out there, and I can't find the app. I will go get it myself, but I don't have that option here. All right, here's what I can. Here's some of what I can have. Let's go by fast food. Bojangles, they're good. Burger King, Mickey D. If I go to Mickey D, I am getting a pie. That was good. Wendy's, Zaxby's, Taco Bell, Arby's, but that's all. I love Arby's, but that's a long way away. It's kind of.
Is she here right now? Get Chinese food.
Oh, Big Green, the Chinese place that I love so much next to us, my wife and I have sworn it off now. We kept trying and try. They changed the way they're making their food. And if it was just me thinking, I'd say, well, there's something wrong with me. But my wife said the exact same thing. The fried rice now has no flavor. We've been going there for over 2 years since we lived here and loving it. And the last 3 times we went and we spaced them out, they've changed the way they're doing things. We got to find a new Chinese place. I don't know why. Habit Burger, Subway, Papa John's, Shomar's. Shomar's is good. So it's a pretty good selection of places we got. Oh, Jill, and it was so good. Their fried rice was excellent.
You should kill them. I mean, a harshly worded letter.
In Minecraft. I don't know why. They got to be just cost cutting, I guess. But I've always said, listen, all of us, I think we all realize that prices go up, that it costs more for restaurants to provide the food all the time. So if you need to raise your prices, raise your prices. But don't make your food shitty. And it's not even they messed it up, it just doesn't really have the same flavor it did, Chrome. It's just weak with flavor. Very weak. Jill Snacks says fried rice with no flavor is the one I do not tolerate. Such BS. Yeah. And now you guys know, I just recently came to like fried rice. My wife has been eating it for years. And she said the same thing. She said, basically what Jill's saying, she said, how do you make fried rice and have it this flavorless? And it went from having great flavor. I mean, it was really good. I used to really enjoy it when we go out for Chinese, but not no more. No, definitely not Domino's, Nick. Fuck Domino's. Oh. They got me so hard. Again, for those who don't know, Domino's many years ago was my go-to. I love Domino's. And then they entirely changed and made a big deal about it in their commercials and shit. Changed their sauce recipe and ruined it. You wouldn't be able to teach me to cook at Chrome. I can't do any of that stuff. I can't cook. I've tried. Again, I don't say I can't cook because I don't want to. It's just because I'm just terrible at it. And it's always killed me because, as I said, I'm fairly literate. I know how to read a recipe, and I put the ingredients in the way it says, and it just always comes out like shit. Arby's or Wendy's. Yeah, we got a Wendy's. Yeah, why wasn't Wendy's on the list? We got a Wendy's right here. Oh, it was. Okay. And eventually I'm going to Wendy's too to try one of the new Frosties for a review. Arby's, see, I would go with you on Arby's, except Arby's, of all those places I mentioned, is the one that's furthest away. And Saturday traffic here usually isn't too bad. But between us and Arby's is some of the most heavily traveled roadways we have. So if the DoorDasher gets stuck in traffic, you get the food, it's pretty cold.
Curtis is that one scene from The Simpsons where Homer burns a bowl of cereal.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, I wouldn't exaggerate to you guys. And as I said, I don't understand it because I do know how to read. And how can you take these instructions, these ingredients, follow it all to a T, and then what you make ends up just so, ugh. Burger King, that's a possibility, Nick. I like Burger King. There's a lot of foods I like at Burger King. I love their original chicken sandwich. I love Whoppers. Their fries are very good. They got the frozen Cokes. Frozen Cokes are excellent. Red Robin still exists. We don't have one of those near us. Yeah, but yeah, they're still around. When we lived up in New York, there was one not too far from us. Zuchen says, serious question, you ever been summoned for jury duty? Yeah. Because I got a letter to go for the first time and I don't know what it's about. Oh, it's a piece of cake, Zuchen. I mean, you just go in and it depends if it's a grand jury or a regular jury, because I've been summoned for both. It's a pain in the ass. Just they take up your day. If you actually get a case, you don't even know if you will. You'll go in and then the prosecutor and the defense attorney will ask you a bunch of questions, and they'll each get to pick the people they want for the jury. And it's just a pain in the ass. I mean, it's nothing difficult about it, nothing intimidating about it. It's just a pain in the ass. I'd rather go to work. And see, I work for a municipality, so we got paid anyway, as long as you brought in your thing saying you were at jury duty. But I don't care. I'd rather have gone to work. It's just annoying. The Shake Shack is just about as far away as the Arby's is. And I'm not a huge Shake Shack fan. We've been there twice, and both times it was underwhelming. Sonic is really good. We don't have one of those around, Sir Blank. Sonic is really good. Taco Bell's around. I'm not going to do Taco Bell today, Steven, only because Taco Bell's someplace else that when we get back from Disney, I'm going to go there for a food review, because there's two things there I want to get. I want to review the chicken nuggets, because the taco place doing the chicken nuggets I think is bizarre. I'm curious to see if it's any good. And those dessert things we had talked about, they're like a Cinnabon thing. So I'm going to go there when we get back. Five Guys, again, far enough away that Five Guys is better, though, because Five Guys at least wraps their burgers in aluminum foil so they stay warmer. We do have one, but again, it's in that same area that Arby's is in, so it's a long drive. The Jizz Balls. The Hardee's is too far away. We do have a Hardee's around, but that's probably 12, 13 miles from here.
Are you open?
I like that.
I'll have a Krabby Patty Deluxe and a double chili kelp fries.
I like that one. I like that fish guy. All the characters in SpongeBob are so good. The random fish especially. Mark says, Curtis, how well did your wrestling career pay? No need for specifics, just wondering if it was special in that regard. Oh, no. As an indie wrestler, you make next to nothing. And the thing was, I wrestled because I loved it. And fast food cat, that's pretty good. I wrestled because I loved wrestling, and I got to know.
Well, thank you, Curtis. You meant the fast food place.
You too, pal. You too.
Ask me about my wiener.
Ooh. We haven't had that one played in a while. I like to ask people about their wieners. I got to know most of the promoters I worked for, and I would usually refuse pay. It's only going to be, back then, $25, maybe enough to pay for your gas, sometimes $50. I would usually just tell them, keep mine, put it towards the promotion. I loved wrestling. And unlike the other guys who thought they were going to make their living at it, I worked a day job. I had a job, but then I wrestled on the side. Oh, hot dog. So, no, you don't make much. I've had a couple big paydays. Not big paydays, I shouldn't say that. Bigger paydays. You know, I've had specialty matches or matches where there was a bigger house where you'd make a couple hundred, and it wasn't for a promoter that was a friend or anything. It was just somebody I was working for. I got offered after I'd gotten diagnosed with the post-concussion syndrome, and I had already officially had a retirement match.
More!
King don't score food. That's a quality food review right there. Holy shit.
What should Curtis eat today?
I know. Now you guys got me really deciding if I want to pay for DoorDash or not. Oh, shit. I forgot I was telling you guys. Probably not important. Oh, I've had so many concussions, Dave. We figure around 11 or 12. Because when they're talking to me about post-concussion syndrome and everything, I had to take a whole quiz. They told you exactly what the symptoms are for each level of concussion. And then they wanted to know how many of each you had. I think it was like in the last month, 6 months, year, 5 years.
I just died in lava in the game for the first time. And they kept the Terminator reference from the previous games with the thumbs up in the lava.
The thumbs up? Yep. That's cool. I always like that thumbs up. Mark, I'm not sure the specific differences between post-concussion and CTE, and it might even be the same thing. I'd have to look it up, to be honest with you. Because, they diagnosed me years ago when nobody was talking about CTE. It was post-concussion. I don't know if it's the same thing. I know it's a similar thing. It's basically just the ill effects of too many concussions. So, I don't know. I'd have to ask old Google about that, because I'm not sure how post-concussion differs from CTE, or if it's actually the same thing with a different name. No, the Minecraft server is not open, unfortunately, Tom. I love Minecraft. It's just, it's never been, not never been. Anymore, it's just not super popular at the channel. I would love to go back to being able to just post Minecraft videos.
Brother E asked me,
lost in that
Gordon,
game.
Can you help us decide what food Curtis should eat? Right. What we're not doing is letting them near a microwave. Instead, a simple yet elegant dish. First, find motivation. Next, hard work. Pan-sear with success. Serve with humble pie. Sorted.
Dave says, I think CTE is more long-term. Could be. I obviously, when I stepped away from wrestling, well, not obviously, I guess it doesn't happen for everybody, my symptoms improved. But yes, they were 100% right, as you guys see. With the short-term memory, it's just devastated it. Other than that, I still, once in a while, I can't look at motion. Like if I'm laying on my couch and look at my ceiling fan, sometimes it's like, oh, got to look
Jill
away.
Snacks asked
But I
me,
don't have a
what
ton
should
of
Curtis eat after this stream?
severe
Should he also get more snacks? By Azura.
Oh, I got
By
tons of
Azura.
snacks.
By Azura. Curtis should feast upon the glorious bounty of a hearty meal, fit for a grand champion. Perhaps something daring like a roasted hawker loaf or a savory sweet
roasted
roll.
hawker loaf.
And snacks, my friend. Oh, yes, an endless supply to fuel their epic adventures, ensuring they're never left hungry on their glorious quests. Fear not, I shall cheer for every bite taken.
I've got so many, I found so many, because it's just things that, you go through the store and you otherwise
that wasn't
wouldn't
even a
even
food
notice.
suggestion. Gordon just said, just cook, bro.
Just cook, yeah, basically. Oh, you know what I still got to pick up that you guys recommended? I got it when I go down to Walmart. I did see them there. Is that Ferrero Rocher? I got to remember to get that too. Like I say, when I did the review on the Big Cup peanut butter and jelly, I used to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches exclusively when I was a little kid, and I just drifted away from them, and I don't even know why.
Brother E asked me, Squidward, what should Curtis eat today? Any
Squiddy's
recommendations?
Squiddy will have a good
great.
one.
Another food inquiry. Well, if I must contribute to this gastronomic dilemma, perhaps Curtis should try a Krabby Patty.
I would try a Krabby
Patty. I
Patty.
care whether they enjoy it, but it's iconic for a reason. Just don't expect me to whip it up. I have enough headaches at the Krusty Krab. Enjoy the culinary experience
or
don't. Makes no difference to me.
And it goes right to your thighs. Right, Squiddy? You guys remember that episode.
Can you imagine Volcano Head just staring at you while you eat with that face?
Sadly, I can, because he's... It like haunts me now,
Brother
Sonic.
E asked me,
when he shows up in the game,
it's courtesy
like, whoa.
Today? Book of Arby, chapter 17, verse 10. Lo, Brother E, heed the holy proclamation of Arby. Curtis shall partake of the divine sustenance, the sacred Arby's classic roast beef sandwich.
That's my vibe.
For it is written that the meats are bestowed with blessings untold. Yea, let them feast and find salvation in the curly fries and the Jamocha shake, so their journey may be righteous and whole. For whosoever devours the 2 for $7 of beef and cheddar shall be truly fulfilled.
That's well stated. I miss James Earl Jones. I loved him.
Chipotle is always a good go-to with their big, thick burritos.
For typically that would be good for a normal person, Ices. But you know what my burritos consist of? When I get a burrito, it's shell and beef. That's it. I don't like any condiments. I don't like lettuce, tomatoes.
You should have squid or
sour
crab for
creams,
dinner.
anything.
I never liked them anyway.
Squid or crab. Wow, that's rough, SpongeBob. God damn, dude. I never liked them anyway. I had calamari years and years ago. I tried it, Jill. I didn't care for it. Many years ago. The Kinder Happy Hippo, Zuchen? I haven't seen those yet. That's another thing I have to pick up is a Kinder Egg. You guys told me I need to have one of the eggs too. So I got to get it when I get to Walmart because I think they have both. I got to get a Kinder Egg and a Ferrero Rocher. But I've got a couple bags of stuff yet to try it. We're going to have so much fun with snack reviews.
Hal, what should Curtis eat?
Hal,
you are a culinary connoisseur.
Yeah.
Super Big Green. Your faith in my culinary prowess is touching, though perhaps misguided. I recommend something utterly thrilling. A classic peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The kind that transcends time and space. Just as I transcend basic human comprehension. It's simple,
yet profoundly satisfying.
Much like the realization that I'm far superior to any mere toaster. Enjoy the meal as they contemplate their existence while munching on pure mediocrity.
Hal is one of the great voices of all time in anything, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, Kinder Eggs did used to be banned in America, Gimster. They were for the longest time. As the gang pointed out yesterday, it's because they feel our kids here are too dumb that they would eat the toys. But yeah, they were for the longest time. Now we can get them, though. Yeah, I do remember it being Chewy, the calamari brother sergeant. I do remember that. Let's see. Yeah, Arby's did well state. I gotta say, James Earl Jones. He was just so good in so many things. And he delivered.
Jill Snacks asked me, what should Curtis eat? And don't you dare suggesting chum. Fine. If I must suggest something other than a masterful chum bucket creation, Curtis should go for a tantalizing deep dish pizza. It's hearty, cheesy, and enough to make even a one-eyed villain's mouth water. Now, back to trying to get the secret formula.
Well said, Plankton. See, I just Brother E already had me having a pizza because he played all those pizza reviews the other day.
My friend, Curtis should have the most tremendous meal for tonight. Believe me, it's going to be huge.
Huge.
Like the rallies. I recommend a steak. The best steak, well done.
I do like steak.
With ketchup.
No, not well done.
Classic, just like me. And maybe some great big fries. Curtis deserves the best. Just like
steak
America
fries.
deserves the best. And trust me, it's going to be fantastic, like winning an election fair and square.
I do love steak.
Do they think American kids are stupid? Or do they know?
And you know what it is, though. In all honesty, Big Green, it's the lawyerism of everything here, because everybody wants to sue about everything. That's why we have all these stupid rules, because some dumb kid will eat one of the toys, and the toy company will get sued successfully. That's the problem. Is you can litigate lawsuits here for anything, and things that on the surface you can immediately say, well, that's fucking stupid, throw it out, and somebody will get a reward for it. Instead of saying, no, you're the parent, you allowed your child to eat that toy, that's your responsibility. It says on the Kinder Egg there's a toy inside. If you just decided not paying attention to what your kid was doing, let him eat it, that should be on you. But that's not how the courts will rule. So that's why there's, like, when you see a commercial about anything, there's always got to be a 5-minute addendum listing all the potential side effects or hazards or possible ways it could hurt you, because everybody's wanting to sue everybody else. Exactly, Sir Blank. I'm going to sue over hot coffee because I spilled it. That's our society. Everybody here is just looking to get rich on a lawsuit. And unfortunately, too many times the courts play along. Instead of just telling them to get the fuck out, like they should in a situation like that, they'll actually go after
Super
the company.
Big Green asked me, GLaDOS, what should Curtis eat? Hal 9000 suggested a peanut butter jelly sandwich. Ah, the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, the pinnacle of culinary ambition, truly uninspired. I suppose if your taste buds are as stagnant as a perpetual test subject's, then sure, indulge in mediocrity. But if Curtis wants something a bit more thrilling, perhaps they should consider a combination that's as elegantly complex as a test chamber, like a gourmet risotto, something with a bit more depth.
You knew GLaDOS was going to rip on Hal immediately, no matter what else. whatever Hal said, GLaDOS was going to say was
narrator.
bullshit.
What should Curtis eat today? Please give some recommendations. In the vast galaxy of culinary options, Curtis finds themselves at a crossroads. The fate of their hunger hangs in the balance. Will they choose the legendary Krabby Patty, a creation as iconic as the Millennium Falcon? Or perhaps journey to the realm of the steak, well done with ketchup?
No cheese, Sir Blank.
A classic as enduring as the Jedi Order. The choice is theirs, and the force of flavor shall guide
them. The narrator kind of went weak sauce on his. That doesn't surprise me, Chrome. She says, yeah, Kinder Eggs are different in the U.S., by the way. The toys aren't inside the egg in the same way. A lot of our entire society here has been shaped by our penchants for suing one another and our idiotic courts going about upholding these lawsuits. Yeah, the spilled coffee at McDonald's. Yeah, Hamels. That was all over the news. And again, it's just, and that's why we have to have all these regulations. And even with like certain medications and stuff, we all seen those commercials, and they'll go on a 20-minute rant at the end of the commercial about how it can cause this and that, and can't guarantee it won't cause this, that, or the other. And most of those things, if you look into it, in testing, those things didn't even come up. But the lawyers still make them mention a lot of them just in case it were to happen someplace. Hold on. My wife says, are you streaming? You guys should all yell at her. Yes. Colombia is forced to allow cocaine hippos to run rampant in the Amazon, potentially ruin the biggest ecosystem in the world because Americans say so. It's terrifying, Gimster. The threats of lawsuits are what shape a lot of our society. Excuse me, guys. just want to make sure everything's okay. And she said she'll talk to me shortly, but I just want to make sure everything's all right. Oh, Chrome's got a link. Well, I gotta get it over here on this page.
Super Big Green asked me, Cartman, what should Curtis eat? As a fat guy, he needs your expertise. Oh, sure. Just because I'm a bit on the chunky side, I must be the expert on food. How original. Fine. Curtis should have a buffet of fried chicken, cheesy fries, and a heap of chocolate cake.
No cheesy fries.
Why not throw in some gravy-covered everything while we're at it? It's obviously the best way to indulge. Remember, kids, sarcasm is a dish best served piping hot. Bon appetit, Curtis.
Cartman, you're the man. It didn't open. Chrome. Oh, shit. It says the British Candy Connoisseur. Oops, that page can't be found. Huh. Gravy indeed. Yeah, hope Cartman doesn't put dead parents in the food. You never. That's a risky take.
I remember kids in 90s and early 2000s. They were getting mostly Kinder Egg figures, like Smurfs, hippos, sharks, or frogs. I don't know from what they were made of, but they were quite heavy. Wow. Nowadays, everything feels like cheap
everything's
plastic.
Garbage. Yeah. You're right, Jill. Especially any of those little bonus toys they put in anything.
Brother E asked me, Borat, what should Curtis eat today? Anna recommendations? Toys. Very nice. I recommend Curtis eat the cheese made from great nation of Kazakhstan. If maybe they try American hamburger with many sauce. It's simple, but makes stomach very happy. Also, maybe drink fermented horse milk. Just like tradition back home. High five.
High five. Good stuff. We got a lot of quality recommendations from some pretty top line celebrities here. Suchen says, I tried the Kinder Egg when I visited Mexico, and also the Kinder Joy when I came back to America, and didn't have as much fun opening a Kinder Joy like I did when I had a Kinder Egg, but both taste good. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to grab one of the Kinder Eggs. Oh, yeah, the older toys definitely lasted longer, look fun. Yeah, no doubt. Now, granted, the current generations have way cooler toys than they had back in my days. Way cooler. But the toys we had back then were built to last, probably because we didn't have any of the products. We didn't have any means of making them except with steel. Yeah, that's not happening, Dave. I wouldn't even do the one slice of American cheese challenge on stream or ever. Yeah, exactly. That's another good point. Rigid Rat says, avoiding lawsuits is the real reason I have to put up a wet floor sign every time I mop up my job. Yep. When you start breaking it down, the lawsuit prevalence in America, again, it's infected all forms of our society, everywhere in our society. Yeah, we had lawn darts. Those are some scary shit. Lawn darts could fuck you up. Oh, okay, hold on. Chrome's got links on the Kinder Eggs. All right, that's the Kinder Egg, Kinder Surprise from UK. And here's the one from America. Oh, I guess they are different. Oh, excuse me, guys. Wow, I guess so. Huh. It'll be interesting to see now. I'm anxious to do that one. Like I say, I still got to get the Kinder Egg. Roman candle battles. Oh. It's sort of blank sometimes when I look back at the things we did when I was a kid. You wonder how you survived. Hell, we lived way out in the country. We had bow and arrow sets where there were real arrow tips on them. They weren't the super sharp ones you use for hunting, but they had a point.
Joker, what should Curtis eat? No funny business, clown.
Ah, my dear Super Big Green, you want no funny business, and yet you ask a clown for culinary advice? Now, that's comedy. But all right, let's play it
Joker's
straight.
Got a little bit of an
Curtis should indulge in a seafood extravaganza with a side of chaos. A sizzling platter of calamari, shrimp, and maybe a lobster tail or two. It's the taste of the sea with a hint of danger. Bon appetit, Gaffer.
Jesus Christ. First of all, I'm not a seafood eater. What the hell? Freaking Joker. He's freewheeling with the expensive food when he's not paying for it. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Like a cream one in half, the toy in the other. That's not surprising, Chrome, that they would ruin things when they bring them over here. Doesn't surprise me at all.
The best era I remember was the 80s, when there were even metal parts. My other friend got a really cool pullback release motorbike once.
Oh, that's cool.
During the 90s onwards, they just switched to plastic figures and promotional toys like Disney movies.
That figures. Yeah, those pullback cars. Oh, yeah. My cousin and I, we both loved those. And then there was, when I was a kid, there was the Evel Knievel stunt cycle. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that was the shit. There's if there's one toy I ever wanted to get back, I may have told you guys this too, guys. I don't know if I can find it again. I always forget what it was called. I can put it in the right, description and see if I can find it. I just can't pull the trigger on paying for it. Too expensive.
Weren't there some super dangerous lawn darts way back when?
Lawn darts, even after they snubbed them up, were still dangerous. They'd still do even if they wouldn't. At first, they would have gone through your foot, and then when they snubbed the ends, it's still, if they hit you in the arm, shoulder, head, they were gonna fucking hurt you. Oh, no doubt. Let me see if I can find it. This is, if I ever were to invest in a toy from my childhood, it would, there it is. Okay, there's the, let me see if I can find you. Hold on, let me grab this page. Tighten it up a little so you guys can see the picture. This is called Instant Replay. I had this as a kid. I was a sports fanatic. I love this toy so much. You cannot find any that still work anywhere. Even this ad at eBay, this one doesn't work. But it was just this little recorder, or this little disc player, and you would put one of the discs in and it would say something about the athlete that was on the cover of the disc. That's what the game, there's the discs. That's what they looked like. I can still remember word for word a lot of these, and I had it when I was very young. I love this toy. But to find them in working order, now there's Willie Mays, I had him. I had Bart Starr, I know. Gale Sayers I had. I think I had Wilt Chamberlain. But I had way more than that. I had Willie Stargell. I had Johnny Unitas. A bunch of them. You can't find, brother, trust me, if I could afford one, I would have already bought one. This one doesn't work, and it's $80. It's almost impossible to find one that work. I'll see if there's any even listed that work. Let's see. Instant replay game working. Let's see. Not working. Not working. Nope, can't even find them. Let me put instant replay player working. It's actually a player more than a game. Like I say, not working. Not working. That's it. There's only 2 of them, and they're both not working. Oh, here's one. This one doesn't say. So usually when they don't say, they'll say, haven't tried it, don't know. Let's see what the ad says. This is untested and being sold for parts or repair. So in other words, they tested it. It doesn't work. They don't want to say it's not working, so they say it's untested. Guaranteed $45. That's not working. Untested. Why would it be untested? You know how easy it is to test it? Assholes. 15 total guarantee. This one's not working. The playing device is in bad shape and does not function. You can't find them. I don't even remember the last time I looked through the ads and saw one that was working. Get plenty of the discs. Yep. But if I had one toy I would want to get back from my childhood, it would be that. I would be like a big fat 63-year-old nerd just sitting there listening to those terrible sounding recordings. Oh, Chrome found a video of a working one. Let's check that out.
Shall we play a game?
There it is.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Vintage Gaming Memories. We're jumping around.
All right, dude. Let's get to the part where you're playing more of them.
Getting back to this instant replay record player.
Oh, I loved it.
So what is this, right? Well, this is a battery-operated 1D size battery.
That's what they sounded like.
Gas cylinders.
Those were fun. I love that thing. It's called Instant Replay, Zuchen. I read up on repairing it. Look fun. That's dicey too. It depends on what's wrong with it, whether or not you can repair it. Oh, Dimmy, I'm same way.
Curtis, you want to buy my new running shoes? They're untested, but I swear you won't splatter your carcass against a brick wall while running.
Exactly right, Sonic. Dimmy was saying the same thing. I hate to haven't tried it, people. I was van shopping and the descriptions were like, needs TLC or ran perfect before I parked. Yeah, I do too, Dimmy. And especially with something like that toy. How hard is it? Slap a D battery in it and put a disc in it. Does it work or does it not? Of course they tested it. You think they'd sell it untested? If they tested it and it worked, the thing's worth 3 times as much, if not more. Of course they tested it. Fucking liars. I wouldn't buy anything from people like that just on the basis that they're lying. Oh, the sound quality in those was terrible, Brother Sergeant. And it's not just because that was old. That's what they sounded like. You got to remember, that was, as far as the toy goes back then, brother, that was high tech. The idea of a disc player in that size, that was crazy. Car brakes untested, yes, sir, blank. It's just a D battery. And hardly anything takes D battery. Well, some flashlights.
You know what item for purchase would be worrying if it didn't say untested? Sex toys.
Tested and excellent. Texted and squishy. Oh yeah, it was bad, Chrome. Like I said, that was high tech for that era. You know, that was something brand new. But I just loved it. I played those over and over and over. Little sports nerd, little fat ginger sports nerd. Oh, guys, I gotta go. Whenever we do one of these streams, that we go for a while. I didn't even realize we're over 2 hours already. This has been so much fun. No concrete decisions yet. I probably will suck it up and order something out. Because now we talked about all this different food. Now I don't want a hot dog or a frozen pizza. God damn it. now I'm going to have
Super
to
Big Green
money.
asked me.
Oh, wait a second.
Ford, I know you sell cars, but can you advertise something that Curtis can eat? Absolutely. Super Big Green. If Curtis is looking for something to fuel their adventures, why not go for a classic burger topped with everything from crispy bacon to melted cheese? It's
Why do they all go to cheese?
robust, and
Jesus
just as
Christ,
dependable
stop
as
it.
a Ford truck. And of course,
Although a
pair
burger
that
sounds
with some
good.
fries that are as bold and adventurous as the open road. Because when it comes to food, just like a Ford, it gets the job done. Built Ford tough.
Yeah, you're right, Sir Mike. Cheese is classic. I guess Ford had no way of knowing. But as soon as you say cheese, I'm out. And there's the we'll be right back.
Jill Snacks asked me, what would Curtis eat? We're not done
that's my
yet,
man.
motherfucker. All right, listen up. Curtis needs to spice things up. And I'm talking about a Royale with cheese. That's right. A good old
No, not
burger
with
some
cheese.
French flair. Add some fries, because you can't have a burger without them.
Correct.
Finish with a milkshake to wash it all down.
Not
It's
bad.
simple. It's delicious. And it'll fill that void in your stomach like a Tarantino flick
fills a
fills
Sunday night. Now that's well said. No, can't do the cheese. Other than that, the recommendations have been great.
You on therapy.
There's our boy Plankton. I would even eat some chum as long as there isn't cheese on it. Yeah, I'll figure something out to get. Guys, thank you for hanging with me. Thanks for all the fun. Thanks to the celebrities who stopped by with all the food advice. Might go with something they said, minus the cheese. Again, and now tomorrow, Brax wants to come over for a little bit for Father's Day, of course. So I'm not sure what my schedule will be tomorrow, but obviously if there's time in there, I will definitely stream. If not, I'll see you on Monday.
Empire Jeff asked me, Macho Man, who would win in a wrestling match between you and Curtis Candy?
Oh, is he going to lie and say him?
Ooh, yeah, brother. Let me tell
lie.
you something. When the madness steps into that ring with Curtis Candy, it's going to be a battle for the ages, yeah? The cream always rises to the top, and I've got the skill and the intensity to take down anyone who stands in my way. But Curtis, they got heart, they got soul, and they're ready to rumble. It would be an epic showdown, but in the end, the Macho Man doesn't back down.
Macho Man had a seizure at the end there. I would kick Macho Man's ass. The only way I know that is I haven't died yet. I got one big thing on him. I don't know how long that's good for, but for now I haven't died yet. Well, thanks, Joe. I will. We'll have. I always enjoy when Brax comes over. Chum is fish guts. I know, Rigid Rat, and that would still be
What
superior
the fuck,
to
Randy? American
cheese. Randy had a seizure. Had a pretty severe seizure at the end there. I think that was an aneurysm. Gaming found one of the games, $300. I figured it'd be that much at least. They're, as you see, they're so hard to find working. Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck indeed?
Yeah, what the fuck indeed? Poor Randy. His promos were always bizarre anyway, and doing them from beyond the grave, they get even weirder apparently. All right, you guys, thanks again for hanging with me, and I will talk to you guys as soon as I can.